the plan. I'm in the plan. Yeah. I. Good morning. Good morning, Dave. Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Orlando. My name is Dave Shine, a member of the worship team here at 1U. Today's service is our annual Stations service, where we ritualize the transition into the new year. To continue the new for today, note that we will not be singing our children out this morning. Instead, all ages are invited to participate in this very special interactive service. With me in our service today is worship leader and director of Lifespan Religious Enrichment, Judith Stein-Farrall. Our music director, Aubrey Connolly Condelario. Accompanist, Daniela Monzong Villegas. Drummer, Jacob Height. I guess. Board member Debbie Reinhardt, and our chalice lighter, Melissa. And helping with our stations are Leanna Nelson, Melissa Baker, Catherine Vaccaro, Caroline Stonsny, Joan Nelson, and Becca Wright. And let's not forget our teams of wonderful people in the background working diligently to ensure that we come together this morning. So thank you. We greet you this morning, old friends and new, as we explore our Unitarian Universalist faith, which draws us into community of justice seekers with a commitment to lifelong spiritual growth and compassionate service to the community. Whether today is your first or your 1,000th Sunday in our midst, you are welcome here. Whoever you are, whoever you love, you are welcome here. In this community, your whole self is welcome. We welcome your race, national origin, immigration status, gender identity, sexual orientation, age, physical or mental abilities, economic status, or religious background. We welcome you. We have a few special announcements today. This afternoon, all are encouraged to participate in the annual kickoff of the recognition events in celebration of Martin Luther King Jr. The event begins at 3:30 at Orlando City Hall. This year's guest speaker is State Senator LaVon Bryce Davis, addressing the theme, "Let Us Be Dissatisfied," drawn from Dr. King's speech, "Where Do We Go From Here?" Followed by a march to First United Methodist Church of Orlando for an interfaith multicultural celebration at 4 p.m., presented by the Interfaith Council of Central Florida that includes our own Reverend Marnie. Those of us attending from 1U are encouraged to wear our yellow Side with Love t-shirts as a visible sign of our shared values and solidarity. For some, it's a holiday. For others, it's an opportunity to support the greater community in remembrance of MLK. Join us in making 1 million meals on Monday, January 19th at the Orange County Convention Center. Shifts last 90 minutes and begin at 9 a.m. Register to join fellow 1U and Triple U members for the 11 a.m. shift, not 1 a.m. Or sign up for a shift that works for you. Register using the QR code seen on the screen or check the weekly update. Wear your yellow Side with Love shirt if you've got one. And let the servicing the community team at 1U at orlandou.org know you've registered, so some carpooling from 1U may be possible. I did this last year. It's a great event. This year's primary church fundraiser is a virtual auction that begins in mid-February. We have the opportunity to get creative as we support growth and a variety of activities and activism within this congregation. It is now time for us to sign up with our offerings for this event. Please welcome Emmy Collins to inspire us with her past auction experience. It starts with offering something we love or do well to share with others.
Thanks, Steve. Good morning. Since I enjoy teaching, my donation to our 1U auction last year was beginner lessons, in 2 areas, contract bridge and knitting. Learning to knit was not on Ted Nelson's bucket list, but the mention of knitting in the auction offerings brought up a fond memory of a knitted item from his past. When he was a boy, every Christmas morning, he got a new pair of knitted slippers, lovingly made by his grandmother. He still cherishes the last well-worn pair before her death in 1992. He wistfully said to his wife, Linnea, that he would pay any amount of money if someone would knit for him a pair of those slippers. So Linnea asked me if I could figure out how to make a slipper if I had a model to go by. Remember, I said I offered beginner lessons. I'm not an expert, and without a pattern, but I would try, so I did. And there's a picture of the red one is the one that he's been cherishing all these years, since 1992, and one of my first attempts that eventually was torn out and started over. Did a lot of that. So beginning in early February, I pondered and consulted and experimented, lots of false starts and discouragement, and I began to think I was going to have to disappoint Ted. But belatedly, I remembered Google, and I found a picture of the very slipper, and a present-day grandmother came to the rescue with some instructions. There were still some complications, and there was ultimately at least one more tear it all out and start over episode. But after more than 3 months, June 1st, Ted got his new slippers. Notice they had to be made of completely different color type thing. But he didn't even have to wait for Christmas. He got it June 1st. He got them June 1st. And by the way, he did contribute generously to the auction, making good on that impulsive thing to pay any amount of money. So he has a new pair of slippers after almost 40 years. I think he was happy with that. So.
For more information about our congregation and announcements, go to orlandouu.org or email info@orlandouu.org. All other announcements are posted on slides before and after the service and can be found with links in the weekly update or on our website. If you would like to follow along with today's service, please use the QR code shown on the monitor to view the order of service. Thank you again for being here in person and online today. Welcome to the new year. Welcome our chalice lighter, Melissa. Melissa is 56 years old and loves peace and justice. Please join me in saying our beloved opening words. In the light of truth and in the warmth of love, we gather to seek, to sustain, and to share. Ooh. Please rise in body or spirit and join me in singing our opening hymn, number 352, Find a Stillness. The words will be projected on the screen.
There I call us to worship today with this prayer as a new year begins by Kate Lohr. Great Spirit of love, as a new year begins, we turn inward to reflect about the state of our lives. What lessons have we learned in the past year, and which ones now call us forward? To whom do we still owe an apology or expression of thanks? And with whom must we draw fresh boundaries? As we pause from our regular rhythms of rush, 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 we open ourselves to new perspectives and possibilities. We give thanks for these moments and for the wisdom they afford us. May they help bring us together in the sacred dynamics of life so that we, as individuals and as members of this community, might reach our full potential. As we step across this threshold, let the new year be a year of greater awe and gratitude, of deeper kindness and acceptance, and more courageous acts of conviction. For a kinder, more equitable and sustainable world is not only possible, she is on her way, and in the quietness of this sacred community, we can ever hear her breathing. Let us hold these words close to our hearts as we enter into worship together. If you are joining us here today online for the first time, please say so in the comments. And if you are new to us today and maybe joining us for the first time or maybe the third time here in worship today, please, we invite you to stand if you are willing so that we may offer you warm welcome. Welcome. And now let us greet one another.
Morning. I'm Debbie Reinhardt, a member of the Board of Trustees. As we invite you into generosity, we are affirming that this time in our service is not simply an invitation for you to practice giving. It is a reminder that your giving is necessary for you to exist and thrive and continue to engage the good news of Unitarian Universalism. It affords us to be the change we wish to see in our world as we take action rather than waiting for others to do so. In the words of Unitarian Paul Dowswell, the offering we take each Sunday is an opportunity to recommit to this place and to these people. It is as much a ritual as singing together, lighting our chalice, or reciting our unison affirmation. It is a reminder of that form of love we call generosity. It is how we show that we believe it is important to worship together, to help our community, and to say yes to the values of our faith. This week's full collection will go to the ministries of this congregation. Our share of the plate for January and February is Hope Community Center. Please use the link in the newsletter or on the screen to donate directly to them. Please let one you know that you donated. The offering will now be collected. Note that you can also give online. Joyfully receive what is offered here today in the spirit of gratitude and fellowship.
I love what just happened. And I got to pull it together now. I also love how everyone shows up just in time for us to explain how this unusual service is going to go today. First comes the waiting. This is the season of endings and beginnings, when the small signs of dawn pierce through the night and something new is born. But first comes the waiting. First come the lessons of endings and beginnings, the presence of life, the sheltering spirit of love, grieves with those sweeping up the debris of loss, waits with those who restlessly reach out for change, grants us courage in the night to guard each other's dreams for this holy, wondrous universe. Grant us, O universe unfolding in mystery, a sense of your timing. May we loosen our grip on that which doesn't serve us, leaving behind that which we have outworn and outgrown. Teach us the lessons of beginnings. Remind us that such waitings and endings may be a starting place, a planting of seeds which bring to birth what is ready to be born. something right and just and different, a new song, a deeper relationship, a fuller love. In the fullness of time. Those are the words of Reverend Jessica Hewitt, UU minister, reminding us of that in-between time, the waiting. Well, my friends, here we are at the threshold of yet another year. On the one hand, it feels as if we were just here, like yesterday. Where did that entire year go? Thank you, Charlotte. So much has happened this past year, and yet, even in the midst of it all, on the one, I reflect on how, in our own lives, individual lives, we have moved from one thing to the next, possibly not being present to how we continued on. For many of us, there is no other way with this, so much that needs to be done. Today, please know that we see you, that you are making progress. We affirm those steps you are taking. Today, I want to invite all of us to honor that sacred transition period from one task to the other, from one moment to the next, 1 year to the next, the waiting, which many times is non-existent. Today, we invite you to take a moment to linger here a bit at the doorway of this current year and what's to come, to reflect on the blessings and the lessons, the praises and the blames, the joys and the sorrows. In this service of rituals, we invite you to bless and be blessed, to let go of that which no longer serves you, to keep what has served you, and to plant seeds of intention to grow in the new year and decade ahead. We further invite you to connect and to move as the Spirit moves you. On the 1U campus, we have a total of five stations for you to engage in this morning, in Gore Hall and out at the Labyrinth. You will be invited to move freely but silently from one station to the other, at your own pace, in whichever order you desire, and I'll be available, as will a couple other people, to help you find the flow of things. For those of you joining online, you will now have the opportunity to engage the stations via a video prepared especially for you to guide you through the ritual. So be prepared to participate individually or with others in your same space. Have something to write with, and in a little more than 20 minutes, we will rejoin one another right here. All of you online will rejoin us right here to conclude today's worship service. We're just waiting. Online are in their space, here is what we all here need to know. First of all, letter writing here in the sanctuary right up front. We have pens and stationery available for your use. If you feel so moved to write a letter, yes, I mean putting a pen to paper, a letter to yourself to be opened 1 year from now. And then come up and grab some stationery and write the note, then seal the envelope and address it. Basket underneath, or drop it off at the church office. I am asked to tell you to please, on the envelope, you can write in the letter however you want, but on the envelope, write everything very clearly and boldly, because our program assistant wants you to get the letter next year and her not get lost in the mail.
Thank you so much for joining us online for our annual
Reverend Margulies
ritual
is committed
of
to these being mailed back to you
transitioning
a
into
year
the
from
new
now.
year with
She arranged
intentionality. We
for
will
those written last
begin
year to be sent out
with the
before she
letting
left on
go of
sabbatical.
that which no longer
So you
serves
probably
us.
received them. What are you writing?
Sometimes the
Some of you
healthy
might
way
find
forward
you
is
are
to leave
you
something
find something you'd
behind,
like to say to someone
and the
else, and I
turning of a
invite you to
new
write
year is a
such
good time to take stock
in your message
of
and
what
send it
in
out.
your
You might
life
simply
is no
want to
longer
make
serving you
a
well.
to-be
And by
list
leaving it behind,
for the year.
you can
And
focus
you're
your
welcome to do that
energy
as
on
well.
what lies ahead.
Whatever you feel is right,
Today, I am inviting you to
just
do
look
just
for
that.
them next year.
If there is something in your life
Over
that
the
you
next 20 minutes,
know
as I
or
mentioned,
you
we will have
sense
5
has
stations
been
in
holding
Gore
you
Hall, and I'm
back,
inviting my
you're
station
invited to
leaders to come up. They're
symbolically
about to read to
release
you,
it. Then practice
tell
doing
you what you
so
are going to find. A
daily.
receiving a blessing, led by
So,
Linnea, letting go, which
and
no
the
longer,
way I am
that which no
asking you
longer
to
serves
do
us, by
that
Rebecca,
is
bringing along
to
those
write
that which
the
served us,
thing
by
on a piece of
Caroline,
paper
connecting and setting
and then
intentions with Joan Nelson, and at the
tear
last,
up
you
that
will
piece of
find
paper
moving and flowing, led
and
by
as
Catherine.
many
You can
pieces
find me
as
or
you'd
someone else
like,
from the welcome team, perhaps, to help troubleshoot if you're trying to
and
look for
then
somebody.
throw it away.
Before you head out, though, the station holders are
So,
going to explain to you.
first, think of that thing and then write it down on a piece of paper, tear that piece of paper up, and throw it away. Take a couple of minutes, reflect on the past year as you listen to music that we will play for you right now. Then, as you feel moved, write that thing that is holding you back on a piece of paper. Tear up that piece of paper.
Pierre Thiel.
May we leave behind all that hinders us.
Find a stillness, hold a stillness, let the stillness carry me. Find the silence, hold the silence, let the silence carry me. In the Spirit,
is it that we can take forward with us into the new year? Because just as we had things that we needed to let go, there are things that we need to, that have served us well, that we can bring along with us to continue with. So, in the turning of the new year is also a good time to take stock of what is good in your life and what is serving you well. It's a way of practicing gratitude and appreciation, a way of noticing beauty within all the ugliness. I am inviting you to pause for a couple of minutes and see if there is one new thing or a new way of being that you would like to bring with you into this new year and maybe beyond. I mean, what wondrous thing have you learned about yourself that is serving you well? What new gifts have you discovered? What new spiritual practice? So at this part, at the bringing along part of our ritual, that is exactly what I am asking you to do. So take a few minutes, just as you did before, take a couple of minutes, reflect on that thing, and then write that down on a piece of paper. Now this time, with this piece of paper, I am inviting you to post it somewhere visible. Maybe it's your workspace. Maybe it's at your dining room table, but wherever it is, let it be a place where you will see it regularly. It doesn't have to be daily, but a place where you will see it regularly to remind you of this new thing, of this new way of being that you want to take with you, that you want to continue to do in this new year. May we take with us that which has served us well.
Seek the essence, hold the essence, let the essence carry me. Let me flower, help me flower, watch me flower, carry me. In the Spirit, by the Spirit, with the Spirit giving power, I will find true harmony.
This next part has to do with connecting and setting intentions in the new year, but specifically as it relates to our First Unitarian Church of Orlando church community. We are first and foremost, beloveds, a religious community at the First Unitarian Church of Orlando. We need one another to grow in our spirituality because religion is best practice and community. We grow when we connect with one another and when we are intentional about nurturing healthy and supportive relationships within the community. And the space of intention is a sacred space. An intention is a space. An intention space is also one of commitment, a space of aspiration where we aspire to do and be our best. So I invite us to always be intentional about building deeper relationships with one another and in building a stronger community. And it is in that vein that I invite you to take a couple of minutes to reflect on a question which I will pose shortly and which will also be displayed on the screen for you. After you have reflected, write your response down on a piece of paper, and as you are willing and able, please share it in the chat with one another, with the others who are attending with you. So you're going to listen to this question, you're going to reflect on it, and then write down your response for you, and also you will share it I also invite you to share it in the chat as you are willing and able. So here's the question. What is one new thing you will do this year to feel more connected to the First Unitarian Church of Orlando? So what is one new thing that you will do this year to feel more connected to the One You community? Having planted this intention into the soil of the One You community, let us not forget to act upon it. you have outwardly shared your intention to further connect this new year. Remember, you've written it down, and after worship, you might decide to reflect further on what is needed to support you in acting on your intention. Share it with another as a way of being accountable, as that might be helpful. Whatever the case may be, may you, may I, may we connect in new ways in this community.
Seek the essence, hold the essence, let the essence carry me. Let me flower, help me flower, watch me flower, carry me. In the Spirit, by the Spirit, with the Spirit giving power, I will find true harmony.
And this is the fourth and last part of our ritual. And it is the part about blessing one and all. We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So said Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. These words really resonate with my spirit because they allow me to be grounded in the idea that all that we do has the potential to be sacred, to be holy. And I do believe that's true. And this requires mindfulness and intentionality and love on our part. And because we are a spiritual being, we have it within us to bless one another. And beloveds, what better time for us to bestow blessings upon each other than at the beginning of a brand new year? Let's bless one another right here, right now. Let's strengthen one another's spirit for the year ahead. Maybe you want to bless all who are gathered online with you this morning with good health, or another person, and someone in particular. Maybe you want to bless them with peace of mind. Yet others you want to bless with financial stability, joy, and so on. As you are willing, post your blessing in the chat. Maybe this is someone that you are sitting in person with right now and you want to bless them. Take a moment and do so. Maybe the person is not with you and you want to make a call. Make that call. Or you want to send them a text. Do so. Or write an email. Then send them that blessing. So let's take a moment right now to bless one another. First, I invite you to clear your mind, open your heart, and bring your body and spirit in accord. May you have deep knowing that you are blessed and you are a blessing.
Find a stillness, hold a stillness, let the stillness carry me. Find the silence, hold the silence, let the silence carry me. In the Spirit, by the Spirit, with the Spirit giving power, I will find a true harmony. Seek the essence, hold the essence, let the essence carry me. Let me flower, help me flower, watch me flower, carry me. In the Spirit, by the Spirit, with the Spirit giving power, I will find true harmony. whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come.
I see a couple of our station leaders on their way in. So I invite us all to find our seats, take a deep breath. As we come back together, and I put my readers on, let us take a moment to reflect and hold space for the blessing of our shared joys and the burdens made lighter of our shared sorrows. We cannot stop the suffering occurring in our community and in the world, but perhaps we can ease it a bit by inviting the hurt to be heard and held. With and by celebrating our shared joys, we expand the light of love in every direction to find the darkness suddenly illuminated. From the 1U community, today's flowers are provided by Barbie Fallon in honor of her beloved wife of 27 years, Ruth Ann Fallon's house. Ruth's celebration of life will be held here tomorrow at 5 p.m. at Ruth's request. Those who gather are encouraged to arrive in t-shirts and jeans for comfort and joy. All are welcome. Rose, I actually have two announcements on the same thing, and I didn't realize the first was one. The flowers were one. So to that, dear 1U family, we invite you to join us as we honor the life and spirit of Ruth Ann Fallon House, wife of our new member Barbie House Fallon, tomorrow, January 12th, here in the sanctuary at 5 p.m. A special note, in honor of Ruth's specific wishes, please wear your favorite t-shirt and jeans as we gather to share memories and love. Yep. Melissa invites us all to celebrate the anniversary of Sandy Cawthorn's birth. She turns 87 years young on Tuesday. Happy birthday, Sandy. A concern. Rose Byler's father, who is suffering from cancer, began hospice care this past week. She requests your thoughts and prayers for her family as they walk with him and care for him and mother in this period of transition. For all the joys and sorrows of this community shared, and for those held close in our hearts, and for the atrocities and suffering in our country and around our world. Let's pray. Let's celebrate, and let's send each other healing energy. These candles we lit before the service and some during the service hold our sparks of hope for healing, for recovery, for revolution, for peace, for gratitude, for comfort, and for every shadow to be illuminated with our loving light. As we focus on these sacred flames, let us expand these healing intentions and a moment of meditative silence and a prayer to center our hearts and our minds. I now invite our station leaders to come back up to help me with closing words and to close out, to affirm what has just happened in their spaces. Well, I'm going to give you your order. Joan, would you please start? Yep. Different order now.
Having planted your intention into the soil of the 1U community, let's not forget to act on it. Find out what you need to support you in acting your intention, and may we all connect in new ways in this beloved community. We invite you to come back, and your intention will now be on the table as they were raining down from the window. They didn't want to stick.
Some words from Becky Urbanski. May you relish the experience of the walk. May you discover your essence of wellness as you step by step, turn by turn, dance this form of body, mind, and spirit prayer.
Becca. Oh, okay.
May we take that which served us into 2026.
In the words of musician Anna Nalick, if I get it all down on paper, it's no longer inside of me. May we have left behind what hinders us.
I'll let you know I'm going to stand at the blessing table until I have to go to a meeting at noon for anyone who didn't get a blessing. May we all feel the blessings of this community as we travel through 2026.
This is the season of endings and beginnings, when the small signs of dawn pierce through the night and something new is born. But first comes the waiting, Reverend Hewitt reminds us. So, it is just 11 days into the new year, which we begin, and I say this seriously, still, with new hopes. This is not about the urgency of the world. This is about each of you. Allow yourself to acknowledge that it is all right to be still and honor this in-between time. The waiting. Much happens in the waiting, though. Much can happen. Taking stock, for example, having closed out the past year, look ahead to the next. I invite you to continue to meditate on how you journeyed in 2025, how your church community served you, and how you were of service to your congregation. What lessons have you learned? And what blessings have you received? To look at it all as much as you are able, the praises, the blames, the joys, and the sorrows. Write it down. Do a recording. Create a podcast. Take a picture. Write a letter. And commemorate this waiting. Maybe you'll return to it at a later time. But first comes the waiting. So now, please join me in singing our closing hymn, number 38, Morning Has Broken.
Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the word. Sweet the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first to fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung in completeness where God's feet pass. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light Eden saw play. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's recreation of the new day.
May we move our bodies to the best of our abilities in the new year. May we find ways to further connect at First Unitarian Church of Orlando and the larger community. May we take what serves us into 2026 and leave behind what hinders us. May we have deep knowing that we are blessed and we are blessings. May it be so. Make it so. My friends, worship has ended, and now the service truly begins. Our call to action is to hold on to what you have experienced today and take it out into the world. For instance, we have breaking news. We have an opportunity to show up today at City Hall at 12 p.m. for the Ice Out for Good rally, following this week's horrifying events in Minnesota. Visit the Justice Action Table to pick up signs and discuss with others carpooling to the event. And consider staying for the MLK March and Vigil that starts in the same spot at 3:30 p.m. Okay. Please say these words with, oh. Dave, come here.
Please say these words with me as we extinguish this flame. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry into the world until we are together again.
Oh, but they smell amazing.